there guys, Chauncey J. Kent here, and we're back for another episode of Skyblock Survival here on the Hadescraft Skyblock server. Now, if you guys watched last episode, I did go ahead and invite you guys to come check out the island, and if you did that, then you already know that this is where you start out, just a sign telling you about my YouTube channel. You can kind of see the rest of the island in the background, but for those of you who haven't been here in the past couple of days, you will have missed this, which is the test road I built for today's project. Now last week we tackled the roads going up to the villager area, and you can kind of see them right up there through the trees, and I was actually pretty happy with those, and there's more I want to do up there, but today we're just going to take a break from that, and we're going to be doing the what I have dubbed the lower roads. So I'll just run down here so you can kind of get an idea what we're going to be working on towards as a final project thing here. And there you go, that's kind of the idea. It brings you down here, and then you've got the ladder to go up to the fishing area and down to the gold farm and the mushroom area and all that. Alright, but yeah, so I've got tons and tons of materials here to work on this with. And of course I went ahead and made this so I wouldn't be derping around on screen this whole time. I do want to put something here like a pillar kind of style thing, and I haven't really decided what I want to do with that yet. I'm thinking something with quartz because that generally looks pretty good, but we'll get back to that. For right now, however, we're going to be tearing some stuff out to make room for the new road. So yeah, first things first, this is going to go away. Alright, and hold that thought, we're going to look at the volume levels here. Master is down. Let's pull that to 5. Let's bring blocks down a bit. Maybe environment and music, because when that starts up, that's going to be blaring. Okay, so there we go. Naturally, we're going to need to take this, and of course, this drops down into the cactus farms. Which is one thing I did face here, and it's just a challenge that has to be overcome. Not a big deal. We get these half slabs that go over everything, and that will take care of that. Oh, I see. Yeah, okay. Oh. Right, I didn't leave myself any inventory space, so we're going to get rid of this. Well, sort of. And that way we can reuse these later. Okay, cool, cool. So, here we go. Got that. Got that. Oop, there we go. And we want to go one more back. Alright, and that's the start of the next road here. Now, of course, we're going to need some of the stone brick blocks, and these iron bars will come into play later. You can kind of see them on the side here. What we're doing is just kind of elevating the road off of this, so you still maintain the structure of this, and then it's like, oh yeah, this is like an afterthought thing, but it still looks pretty cool. Alright, so here we go. And yeah, it's, I just like to throw in little backstory things when I'm building. So that's kind of where the whole afterthought idea comes in. Like, the place was built and then you added to it without this being a part of the original construction, etc., etc. There's just no good way to get that. Okay. there's that. Now I need stairs. And yeah, and that kind of comes into play with the whole wooden stripe along the bottom too, as like a historical bit of the island. And just fun stuff like that. So it's cool to come up with different storylines to go with the places you build. Just gives them a little bit more life, a little bit more character, and just makes for a nicer experience overall. And of course it's something that someone just sort of visiting the island wouldn't know about. That's the kind of thing you actually have to watch the episodes to get. So congratulations guys, for those of you watching, you're the ones who know about the backstory stuff and nobody else does. So hopefully you feel honored or special or something in that regard. And if not, you know, it's okay, I won't take it personal or nothing. So, let's toss down our workbench here, because eventually we will have to make more stairs and half slabs and such. And essentially what I'm going to do is just finish this road here on camera while I'm kind of talking to you guys, so you can kind of see what I'm doing, see the design process and work, and kind of know what I did over here to make it look the way it looks compared to these. And then I'll finish the other two up off camera. Alright, so now we need to do stairs pretty much up to the next level. Yeah, I gotta tell you, I spent a couple hours going back and forth on different designs for that to try and come up with something that not only worked but also looked the way I wanted it to. And the hardest thing was just getting this bottom part done, because there's this block here and you've got to kind of deal with that as you're coming down. Now these will be replacing with half slabs, which, you know what, we can probably go ahead and do now. And just to make sure water doesn't go everywhere. I'm sorry about that, guys. Alright, and give me, we'll put those there, and we'll go ahead and do this part right now. Oh, that didn't work at all. Oh, crap. Well, that will have washed away several torches. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of the idea of what we'll be doing. I'm going to cut out here and go fix that, and I will be right back. Alright guys, and we are back. And so now, I'm going to go ahead and wait on the rest of those just so we don't mess up more of the torches down there. We'll just wait till we have the walls set up on these, and that will stop it from going over the sides. And it will limit damage to down here, which is pretty easily repairable because it's really just the 2 torches. Okay, so here we go. And this is where the iron bars start to come in, and you'll kind of see what we're doing here. We've already got this area for the stairs to sit on, but this would need to be built up with regular blocks, but I don't really like the way that would look because it's going to make this look a little different than I had originally intended. So what we're going to do is just toss iron bars here and here, and then we'll throw on the stairs and the stone brick here at the side. And yeah, so when you're going up and down the stairs, you can't really tell the difference, but when you look from the side, you can definitely see that, well, there's a lake in the way. But okay, yeah, from the side you can definitely see that the iron bars are supporting the majority of the road structure here, which I think looks kind of cool. So it's not just floating in midair and it's not built up with full blocks. It kind of gives it a nice extra texture and still preserves the original design of the cactus farm. Alright, so let's hop back up here. And of course, as you go up, that first section is only going to take 4 iron bars. The rest of these take 6. just to build it up to the right level. And of course, if you're unfamiliar with the iron bar recipe, it does take a regular workbench, and it's going to be the same as the cobblestone wall, except with iron ingots instead of cobblestone. And it'll give you 16 of the iron bars for 6 iron ingots. So it is a little bit expensive, but if you have an iron farm that's just putting out more iron than you could possibly come up with uses for, or you just have a bunch saved up from whatever, it's a cool aesthetic choice. Also, interestingly, if you guys are going to the Nether in your single player worlds, or in like a townie server or something, and you're worried about gassed fireballs blowing out windows, what you can do is actually use the iron bars as your windows, and they are blast resistant. So if you make your initial building out of like cobblestone and then use those iron bars as windows and iron doors, you're set. You can get hit by gas fireballs all day, and it's not going to blow up any of your structure. Alright, so yeah, back on to what we're doing here. Now, I considered making the road as wide as this whole structure, but honestly it looked a little too thick to do that with, and we need more stairs. So in the end I decided to just stick with the 5 wide, and I think that's worked out pretty well. Honestly, I think that looks a lot better than having like 3 stairs and then a cobblestone block and then a smooth stone block like we've done everywhere else. Obviously these roads are intended to look more as like a thing that's been added onto the island than a thing that was originally built into the island, and so making them a little bit smaller helps contribute to that effect. Alrighty. There we go. Alright, and at this point we actually switch over to half slabs until we get back to here when we start the stairs again, which means this is going to go away. However, that's not a big deal because, as you know from over here, we do have torches lining the whole thing, and basically every surface on this road is covered with transparent blocks. Stairs are transparent blocks, half slabs are transparent blocks, the cobblestone walls are transparent blocks, and yeah, so basically mobs can't spawn on any of that. Alright, so we head back up here, and let's get the slabs going. And of course you only put slabs in the 3 middle areas. And then we do the stone brick. Right along here. And sorry about that background noise, guys. I kind of forgot to silence my phone last time, so give me 1 second, we'll take care of that. Be right back. And we are back. Alright, so back to what we were doing. And at this point, we want to go ahead and keep these going back, but we switch back to the cobblestone stairs. And yeah, I did look at doing half slabs along here, but it shows the blocks through, which is something I didn't really want. I wanted you to be able to go up and down without having to jump, but at the same time I didn't want you to necessarily see the structure below, like through anything here. So yeah, these stairs were, in my opinion, the best option for that. Alright, and you kind of know the drill by now. Throw some iron bars down and toss the stairs back in. Alrighty. There we go. And of course, once this project is done, you guys will be able to come to the island and not have to use the ladder through the mob grinder area. And actually, I'm gonna remove that once this project's done. Just so these are the primary up and down method to this point, and then the ladder will take over for everything else. And honestly, I'm okay with that. It's just the primary parts of the island I would like to have accessible. And of course, you guys kind of know that I've been trying to think of a good thing to use this area for anyway, because before it was really just a platform down here with no purpose. Like, these came down here and it was, you know, it was cool because we had the space to work with, but we didn't really have anything to do with it, which always seemed a bit silly. Now, this is going to serve as like the lower roads, crossroads section that takes you everywhere in the base, so it has a purpose, even though it's not like bursting with activity or anything at the moment. So we may end up adding like little things in the corners here just to spice it up or do whatever. We'll see. We'll see where that goes from here. But yeah, for now, we're giving it some kind of purpose, and I'm good with that. Alrighty. And of course, you guys kind of get the idea at this point what we're... Oh. Come back. Oh, and it looks like we've got a visitor. Crazy for boxes. Alright, well hey, Crazy for Boxes, shout out to you, welcome to YouTube. And yeah, so basically, like I said, you guys are more than welcome to visit the island pretty much at any point. Now, if it gets too crazy, when I'm doing the recordings, I will probably disable warp during that time, but otherwise, yeah, just pop in, take a look around, see if you get any ideas for your island, and of course be sure to check me out on the YouTube channel so you can kind of see everything being built and have an idea how all of that's done. And of course, just to kind of support me and the channel, because that does help me out, and it does give me a lot of encouragement to keep making these videos and just keep contributing to the community. Alright. And of course, I have some other things that I'm trying to work on as well, some side projects in the background, some other things I want to do for you guys. So whenever I have time, I've been kind of playing around with that stuff, getting things set up, just seeing if there's anything I can do with that. And it's actually going pretty well. Did hit a couple roadblocks with my initial idea, but I've got another plan for it that I think is definitely going to work out. And so we'll kind of see how that goes. I don't want to talk too much more about that just because I want it to be a surprise for you guys, because it's something I think is really, really cool. And yeah, so I don't want to ruin it, but definitely look forward to some more cool stuff on the channel coming up here shortly. Alright, and yeah, so we're almost to the top. Now at this point, I'm actually going to go back and start putting in some of the cobblestone wall, because right now, like, these areas are a little bit dark, and I'm still pretty close, but there does come a point where mobs could potentially spawn on these because they're being left dark and there's none, and they're full blocks and there's not a transparent block on top of it at the moment. And as much fun as it is to play around with mobs, I'm not a huge fan of them spawning in behind me while I'm building stuff, especially in this particular series, because there's always this massive potential for falling off and dying and losing all your stuff and having to grind more resources, and that's just it's not a big deal for you guys because I just cut out and then get the resources and I'm back in like a second. But in real life, like, it takes a while to get the resources built back up again, and it's a little time consuming for me. So hopefully we don't have to do that this time around. But you never know. There's other projects that I've considered relatively harmless that have resulted in my demise, so we'll see how this one goes. Alright. There we go. Yep. Alrighty. And so I'm pretty set as far as programming for the channel, kind of what I want to do with it. However, I am always looking for good ideas for new stuff to do, things that you guys want to see. So if there is anything that you want me to do that I'm not currently doing, I would love to get your feedback on that and just kind of let me know down in the comments section. And I can't necessarily, I definitely won't necessarily promise to do it, because a lot of the stuff, like there's even stuff that I want to do that I can't really do because of the terms of use and stuff. They just won't let you record. But yeah, if it's something that I can do and it's something that I can find time to do, then it's something I will definitely try and get out to you guys. So yeah, let me know what kind of content you're wanting to see. Let me know if you like what we're doing so far. Like I said, I am a big fan of the time-lapse stuff, so let me know if you're enjoying that. And of course, if you're not, let me know that too, and that way I won't do as much of that, and therefore won't annoy you guys with it so much. But yeah, I just definitely want to get your guys' feedback. Of course, this is all for you guys, doing some stuff, get you some entertainment after a long day of work or school or whatever you've got on your plate. I know for myself, like, I just like to come home and maybe chat with some friends online and kick back and watch a YouTube video or two from some of my favorite commentators. And so yeah, just trying to provide some good content for you guys to kind of do the same thing. Now, if I haven't really talked about the scheduling for my channel much yet. What I'm trying to do with that is actually do a episode of the Survival LP on the Hadescraft Townie server every Monday, the Skyblock every Wednesday, and then series I have running with a friend of mine called Magic Management every Friday. Now, that last one is subject to change just because of schedules and being able to find time to record together and all that. But for right now and the foreseeable future, it looks like we can manage to get the episodes going at least one a week on that Friday. So yeah, if you guys are interested in only a particular series, or if you want to see everything, that's kind of the schedule that I'm working with right now. And so just check out the channel on those days. Usually by 5 o'clock the episode is out. Occasionally I can't quite make that just because of my work schedule, and I have to start the upload at a certain time, or it doesn't go up in time, etc., etc. So sometimes they do come out a little bit later. But yeah, typically by 5 they'll be out. Alright. We are just moving right along here. And it's at this point that we're going to have to start cutting through the floor in order to continue progressing. There we go. Got some daylight. Sort of. Got stars in the sky, so I guess it's technically like night light, but you get the idea. Alright. And yeah, so there's that. There's that. Toss some more stairs on here. And of course, I want to, I tried doing a little bit more for this cut-through part and making it more like this than just leaving it, but I ultimately decided that I liked the way it looked when I just kind of left it the way it was. And so that's kind of what we'll be doing here. I don't remember if that's how I had that or not. Okay, but we'll take a look at that in a second. And of course, these will need to go away. Alrighty. And it looks like we might have just enough of the cobble stairs to finish this off. And there we go. That's the basic structure for it anyway. And so yeah, let's take a look at what we did with that on this other side. Yeah, much better. Okay, so it goes up 1, 2, 3, and then that's stairs. Okay, I see. I replaced. Okay, yeah. Well, that makes sense. So we do need a couple more of the cobblestone stairs, which is fine because, of course, I have to build the other two as well off camera. So not a big deal or anything. But yeah, so there's that. Let's go ahead and toss these in real quick before we get to these stairs. And that finishes off that part. Alright, so basically we tear down these. There it is. Alright. Yes. That's right. Okay, excellent. And there. And of course the wood stairs I've been carrying around forever, that's kind of what they're for. And we have just enough for this project, so we won't have any left over afterwards, which is okay. Yeah, unfortunately the oak wood has become a little bit harder to get my hands on just because I've got the I've got plenty of oak wood sitting right over there, but they're all the big trees and I don't want to cut them down because I think they look really good. So I did have a little bit of the oak wood left over from cutting out this bit, and I'll have a little bit left over now after this. But yeah, to get the stairs for the other side initially. And this is a cool trick that you guys can do if you just need like a couple planks of oak wood and all you have is one of the others, is I actually built a boat out of spruce right here and tossed it in the lake here and crashed it. And of course, when you crash a boat, it turns into sticks and oak wood planks regardless of what it's made out of. So yeah, if you ever need to convert like jungle wood into oak wood, or birch into oak, or spruce into oak, or I guess acacia or dark oak into just normal oak, that's one way you can do it. Alright, so yeah, that's that. And now we just need to set up the walls around this. throw some torches down, and we should be good to go. Oh, and of course, do the stairs on the lake instead of those blocks. Okay. I'm not sure if I picked that torch up, but hopefully I did, and if not, hopefully I'll find it later. Alright, and now of course the wall is really just a safety thing so people don't accidentally fall down here. Which, you know, I guess technically isn't necessary because it's not really lethal fall damage per se, but yeah, it's just irritating to come to someone's island and then fall and take damage for no reason. Alright, so that's that, and yeah, so we'll start throwing some torches up here. Go. Now, even if we spill water, that shouldn't be a big deal because these are elevated. Come on. There it is. And yeah, I suppose you can just stand on that, and that will help with all that nonsense, but I didn't think of that at the time, so yeah. And we'll put these back in a second after we do this last little bit here. Alright, so we got that one already. And we're getting a little lag because it's got to render the water effects. Which is okay. And of course I don't need to do this part for these as far as functionality, but it looks a little bit nicer if you kind of keep to the same format for all of it, so. And there we go. That's that. The water's just going to go all the way down here. We'll pick up some extra blocks. And we're all set. 1, 2, 3. Whoa, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Done. There it is, guys. That's the road building project, and how you would do it if you were kind of doing the same sort of thing, the decisions that went into it and all that. And yeah, you can kind of see as we go down, we get closer to these, but you're not like banging your head on each one as you're coming down, so that's all set. And like I said, I will go ahead and do these other two off camera, and then we'll pop back in, kind of show you the results, and then we'll call it an episode. Alright, so I'll see you in just a second, guys. Hey there, guys, and we are back, and of course we are done with the 4 different road sections here. Now the only thing left to do is, of course, pick this up once we're done with it, and actually put in these pillar things, which I forgot about until I cut out. So what I decided I wanted to do is a quartz patterning, and there was actually a half slab here, and I went through and replaced those with full blocks, so this will actually look like a pillar instead of just like this disconnected thing that's just sort of weirdly floating there. And I actually wanted to do some of these special quartz rather than just a regular block, and I'll kind of show you how that works. We are, of course, going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different pillars, and so that means we're going to need 8 of the chiseled quartz blocks for this, and 16 of the pillar quartz blocks. Oh, interesting. So I'll have to go get some more quartz from spawn. Alright, we can do that. Oh, that makes 2. Okay, we won't have to do that then. Okay, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Alright, so that's how you make the pillar quartz blocks. It's just 2 regular quartz blocks like that. And then to make the chiseled quartz blocks, you actually need half slabs. We're going to need 8 of those. So we'll need 16 of the slabs. And of course there's a little mixing and matching and such to do that. Basically you just split these apart. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it's the 2 quartz half slabs put together. So there we go. Now I'll toss this down on the bar, I'll toss this down on the bar, and we'll get to work. Alright, so this is actually a pattern I discovered in my first creative build for a Hadescraft competition, and it's one I liked so well that I decided to use it here. There you go. For whatever reason, when you put the pillar quartz top and bottom and the chisel quartz in the middle, it just really looks like these lines kind of flow together and makes this really cool pattern, and I absolutely love this. Even with the wall connecting to it like that, I still love it. So, yeah, that's basically what we're going to do for these pillars. We'll just pop all of those in here. And of course the pillars work the same way as a like a logwood. So if I place it here, it's going to go up and down. Or if I place it here, it's going to go up and down. But if I place it on the side, it's going to go side to side. So yeah, if you're ever working with the quartz pillars, that's kind of how they work. Stairs placement is actually pretty similar to that. It depends on what block you're placing it on and which way you're facing and where exactly on the block you're placing it. The game is always going to interpret the placement from the back corner. So you've got the little L-shaped pattern here, and that back corner area is what you're actually placing. So if you place here, it's going to give you just the normal stair. If you place here, it's going to be like this weird upside down thing. Alright, but yeah, let's carry on here. There we are. And one last pillar. And there we go, guys. That is the completion of the lower roads. Alright, so this has been an awesome project. I'm actually really happy with how this has all turned out. I think it looks really good. Let's see, where's that? That's the oak trees, so we'll head up this way. We'll end the episode where we began it. And of course, thanks for watching, guys. I do appreciate you joining me on this project. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed doing it. And of course, if you did like this episode, go ahead and give it a like, share it with your friends, let them know about the channel. And of course, if you're not subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe for more great content like this. And as always, I will talk at you later, guys.